Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Deep Cuts Reactions and my name's Greg, and I'm going to do something a little strange. They're having the Democratic National Convention right now, which is a big deal, and particularly considering what politics has been this year. I mean, it's just, in the past couple of months, there's been so much that has happened. It's just unprecedented. So, I've been watching some of it, some of the speeches. There's a lot of people speaking, and I don't want to watch all of them. But I did watch Biden's speech the other night, and I got to tell you, it was really moving. It's so rare that somebody in power gives up that power, walks away from it. It doesn't happen very often. The last time it happened was in '68 when Lyndon Baines Johnson decided not to run again, and they had an open convention. That's what this would have been if Kamala Harris was not running, if she had not been, blessed by the president, and if she had not been on the ticket and been voted for in all the states, not as president, but as vice president, but she was still voted on. And so, all the delegates are at the convention, and they've already have it settled that she is the candidate, she is the nominee. But it was a trip, man. I was watching Biden, and a really powerful speech, and he was talking about leaving, and what he's accomplished and all that, and talking about his relationship with Kamala Harris, and you could see the love there. It was so neat. You could see the chemistry between the two. And if I had had any doubts at all about Kamala Harris, I sure don't now. She had such rapport with the man, and she went about choosing her vice president candidate the same way. She interviewed a bunch of people. She had the short list and all that. But when it came down to it, she chose somebody that was not what other people would have done. And she did it because they clicked. They just clicked. So she's making an important decision on a gut feeling. And, that's important, that you trust your instincts, anyway. So, yeah, Biden's speech was very moving and made me cry, which I have not seen a politician do for many, many years. I don't even think Obama. I may have to go back to Kennedy. It's been a long time. But anyway, so I just, this is just for jollies or whatever. I know there's a lot of people that, maybe there's a lot of people that are watching this channel that are Australian and don't, know the history. Maybe there's people younger than I am that don't remember the 1968 convention. It was quite a deal. There were so many protests, and it got so violent, and there was all this stuff going on. Grace Slick and Abby Hoffman were there, and Mayor Richard Daley was convinced that they were going to spike the water supply with LSD, and which didn't happen, but there was just all this shit going on. And so I'm going to play a little clip from NBC News. Chet Huntley or Huntley and Brinkley News from '68, and it's it presents it live like I saw it when I was sitting at home as a kid. I wasn't that young, but still as a kid sitting on the couch watching TV and watching all this shit going on. And so, like I say, I just want to play a little clip here. I hope it doesn't get blocked. It shouldn't, even though it's NBC. It's over 50 years ago, so in my mind it's kind of public domain at this point. But anyway, here's the '68 Democratic National Convention.
There have been some demonstrations at this early hour in downtown Chicago's Grant Park. We heard a moment ago that tear gas has been used as the demonstrators are attempting to form a line of parade and march toward or on the amphitheater.
Some of the demonstration leaders saying, keep your cool. Salvo and Michigan. Now and then there was another one, a bottle being thrown by the crowd. And the police clearing off the sidewalks in front of the Hilton. And the persistent chanting by the crowd, the whole world is watching.
Well, I should think, David, what we've seen requires no comment. It's just unpleasant. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
Let's
I have
see.
nothing further to say about it.
Yeah, it was pretty intense, and very eye-opening for a lot of people, sitting at home and seeing this brutality by the police there. I mean, these were demonstrations. They didn't start as riots or anything like that. They were political demonstrations, and the Chicago police, particularly, the National Guard was involved, but particularly the Chicago police, everybody's watching them. The whole world is watching them as they go in and just beat the holy shit out of these kids. A lot of people were seriously injured, and I think that sort of thing is part of history. There was a little video clip that was posted in 2020 during the demonstrations, for Black Lives Matter and all this, and the reaction of the police in all the cities where this was going on was just so over the top. It was insane. And one of my friends was with a newspaper down in Austin, Texas, and so she was right there in the thick of it all the time, and of course you got to have something to protect your face against the tear gas, and it was just really intense down there, and they were shooting rubber bullets in the crowd. Some guy got shot and killed, and it was bad. It was really bad. But anyway, somebody had posted a clip onto YouTube, and of course it had had Buffalo Springfield doing For What It's Worth, as the background, like so much stuff, uses that as the background. But it was showing the police all over the nation just beating the crap out of people, beating the crap out of some old 75-year-old man, or young people that were, just black, a lot of times, standing there doing nothing. Cops go up to them and just beat the crap out of them with the clubs. It was just insane. And it was up on YouTube for a little while, and then it was pulled. They pulled it down because it was violent. And I kind of felt like, yeah, it was violent, and we needed to see what really happened. That needs to be out there in the public consciousness of what really happened. Don't whitewash it, don't cover it up, show it how it was. So this was a unique thing in '68, where all this is happening live, and you can see the newsmen at the time were just flabbergasted at what was going on. Nobody could really believe this shit. But anyway, this convention has been much nicer. There's plenty of protesters out there, about the war in Gaza, and that's fine. Nobody has any problem with political protest, but there has not been the reaction by the police or the National Guard or anybody like that. The cops got all sorts of de-escalation training before this happened. Chicago's been planning for this for quite a while, so it's been okay so far. And as a matter of fact, it's been really exciting and exhilarating, and for people on the left side of things, Democrats in general, it has been just elation. Everybody is so fired up. We think we've got a good chance of winning the election. We think we've got a good chance of, putting Trump in the dustbins of history. So anyway, I could go on for quite a while about that, and I won't. But anyway, I hope you all found that educational or whatever. So I'll be back in a minute, and hit like, subscribe, and all that, and we'll see you all then. Bye-bye.